going down, y'all. So I haven't made a video as far as like teaching or motivation in a long time. And that's mainly just because I'm focusing on my real estate endeavors and trying to get everything situated as far as my career, aka my 10th house, and getting all that stuff situated and everything like that. But I figured I'd come on today because there was something I've been thinking about. And, we always got to take things simple first and then we go deep, like Uriel says. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take a simple concept and then you go deep with it to better understand how you can develop tools and how you can develop a mapping system on how to navigate whenever you're feeling certain types of feelings, emotions, or whether you're just analyzing your own circumstance and your own circumference and all that good stuff. So what I'm talking about is disappointment and the feeling and all the energies that go around whenever you're feeling this energy of disappointment. So really what disappointment really stems from is things not necessarily going the way that you had planned for it to go. So that's the simple explanation of it and everything like that. But sometimes it's not just as simple as that. Sometimes you have to go a little deeper and start to understand what kind of framework you're going at a situation and everything like that. Because sometimes what you have to realize is that it's all about the way you do things. It's never the actual thing that you're doing itself. So let me just use what I'm doing as an example. Obviously, not everyone is doing this because not everyone's in real estate, but I'm just using this as my own example. So when I'm doing my real estate calls, they call it cold calling or texting or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So either way, what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to potential sellers, potential people who want to sell their homes. So, and it's not always just random like lists, and they call them lists that you pull to target these particular people, you know what I'm saying? And, this is where the whole sales, solicitation aspects come into play and everything. So then, obviously, as I'm going about making my calls or doing my texting and all that good stuff, reaching out to people, there's more than likely there's going to be a lot of people saying no. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying by dealing with disappointment. The average typical response would be like, oh, I've been texting people all day and I haven't gotten no response yet. This is stupid. I shouldn't be doing real estate and everything. But then you got to go deeper, and this is where you kind of have to jump into this energy of kind of like seeing the broad perspective of everything. Okay, how would I use this real estate investing situation as an example of that? So, okay, I may be disappointed because I didn't get a contact back today. Okay, there's a few things I got to realize. There's no such thing as a get rich quick overnight. So these are cliche phrases and everything, and these are cliche sayings and quotes. But at the same time, they have a reason and they have a meaning, and there's a reason that it's kind of like a common denominator, cliche quote whenever people are going through these types of situations. Also, at the same time, not only that, but you have to think about what you're actually doing. And you have to think about the different broad perspectives. For example, we're dealing with houses. Most people, there might be a majority of people who are wanting to sell maybe a car. So if you're trying to, find a volume of people who want to sell a car or something like that, well, everybody wants to, get rid of a car, a couple $1,000s, get a new one. When we're talking about a house, something that you live in, something that provides a roof over your head and stuff like that, you're going to have to accept the fact that people are not going to want to just be so ready to be like, yes, I am open for a cash offer on my house because I don't have nowhere else to stay. So yeah, let me give you some money. So I even thought about that. Because sometimes I would be like, well, why are people getting so mad? And why are people so upset? Because I'm asking them if they want to sell their house. Duh! You're asking them if they want to sell their fucking house, bruh. And I'm just using real estate as an example because we're talking about disappointment. And disappointment would be, me being upset because I haven't heard nothing back and I'm trying to... And then where does that stem from? Okay, you got to think about where is that stemming from. Okay, the only reason you're feeling that is because you want to get some extra money. And real estate provides a good extra income. Not even an extra income. This could provide your whole lifestyle and everything. That's another video. So... when we're dealing with disappointment, you have to take these things into consideration. So when you take these things into consideration, you're not just looking at it from one singular perspective and everything like that. You're looking at it from the lens of, oh, these are probably the reasons. Okay, now that you know that, now you don't give those fart clouds attention. You know what I'm saying? So you understand the resistance, you understand the meaning of why it's a resistance. You can even put yourself in these people's shoes and understand why they would want to resist your, in this case, real estate, cold calling, accepting, or asking them if they want to accept a cash offer on their house so you can make some money. So when we take these things into consideration, now adjust your frame of mind. And in this scenario, we're talking about real estate, reaching out to people. Now that you know all these things, don't give those energies, don't even give the whole, putting yourself in their shoes any energy too. Just know that that's the case. Continue moving. That's what I did. And even though I'm still, working myself up, I've been seeing a lot more volume and I've been seeing a lot more responses and progress and everything. And then when you know that something works, excuse me, the more that you keep going, all possibilities and all, no limitations whatsoever, the parameter is going to see that you're putting in that energy and acknowledging the fact that you recognize that there's obstacles, but you're not going to let these obstacles get in your way and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And most people who are successful understand this kind of energy, but for anybody who finds it difficult to get over that hurdle of disappointment and everything like that, then, that's obviously a way to get over it. Here's another example, because I'm not just a real estate investor, I'm a musician also, you know what I'm saying? I'm into a lot of different things, to be honest with y'all. But, so like when we get into the aspect of like music or something like that, now, here's the thing, this is a little tricky with this, because sometimes when it comes to musicians, a lot of times ego comes into play too and everything. Okay, here's an example. Let's say I've always wanted to be a lead guitar player in a band. So for anybody that doesn't know the technicals, lead guitar is when they're playing like little solo lines that would be kind of equivalent to like a singer singing their own leads, like do 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 do, and then the rhythm guitar is so obviously y'all know that shit, but for some people that don't know the terminologies of this is why I'm breaking it down like that. So if I wanted to be a lead player, but I'm in a band where there's already a lead player and everything, and I got to be rhythm and everything, okay, so instead of being disappointed, like, oh man, I wanted to be the lead guitar player and everything, think of it broad perspective once again. I'm in a band now. That's fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using myself as an example. This is actually the first band I was ever in and everything. And that's a whole story in and of itself. But it's like, yes, I'm in a band. Now, I may not be a lead player. That may be what I wanted to be. But now that I'm learning how to be a rhythm player, my rhythm, aka rhythm guitar, is getting better. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually more important, as I've come about learning musicianship, that rhythm is a lot better than just playing random shit on a guitar or any instrument for that regard. So what I'm using that example is because that energy of disappointment gets disseminated whenever disappointment. Listen, we all are like have our flaws and we all have our shortcomings sometimes, but that energy of disappointment could be disseminated if you more so look at things through a broader perspective and you understand what you're getting into, the things that you're into that's causing disappointment. Look at it through a broader lens and everything like that. So the broader lens of the musicianship example was, okay, I may not be in a position where I'm a lead player, but now I'm a rhythm player, and now I'm understanding. Now if you have that boxed in mentality and you just stay like upset, disappointed, you're not gonna be able to even access these. I wouldn't even call these fart clouds. I would call these beautiful fragrances and everything like that. These don't smell. These are good thoughts and everything like that. Being able to expand and understand the broad perspective of things. You know what I'm saying? But not being too consciously aware of it to where it drives you mad and you just have too many thoughts to work with. But like that prime example. I want to be a lead player, but I'm a rhythm player. So I'm working with what I got and everything. And now I'm actually learning how to be a better musician through that process because I expanded my circumstance and everything like that, and I expanded my awareness of what I was getting into. Same thing with real estate. The example was is that I was disappointed because I wasn't getting leads or I wasn't getting things right away. So I took those examples and I looked at things through a broad perspective, and I came up with that circumstance. It's a simple concept, but you got to go deep with it and everything. I love y'all. Peace out. Damn it.